yesterday, Noel asked you to send me a pop, and I would combine all the pops that people sent me into one monster pop. So first thing I had to do was choose a pop as a base, and I chose Alex the Human's submission of Corvo from Solar Opposites. Because this one has a pretty basic body that's easy to add stuff onto, and a pretty cool head and very different eyes. Harrison submitted the brand new Charizard pop, and obviously if there's one thing that's standing out from that, it's the wings. They're pretty cool, so I added them onto Corvo. I already think this looks pretty cool because he's like holding a sword and has wings. I don't know, that's just something about that seems pretty cool to me. And then 501st Legion Clone Trooper submitted Knuckles, and obviously I think you know what stands out with Knuckles. Just think about the name, look at the pop. Knuckles. Come on, you can get this. Obviously his shoes stick out. So I added the shoes because Corvo's shoes are pretty bland right now. They just match with the rest of the outfit. So I added those on, and I like them. And I had to warp them onto Corvo's legs because Corvo's legs are a bit different. Geo submitted the Hermione Granger cat potion thing. I forget what the potion's called, but so we've already got a whole head and stuff, so I decided to add the tail, and that's a pretty easy one to add. I decided to put it behind the Corvo pop and make it stick out the side. And then Captain America Fan 24 submitted Ninja, and Ninja's pretty bland because Ninja's just a person, but also the top of Corvo's head is pretty bland because it's bald. So I took off like the headband and the hair and put it onto the top of Corvo's head, and then just like squished it down to match the head. And I also like bent it around the eyes. I actually kind of liked how this turned out, and the headband on Corvo looks surprisingly real. Then Big Stinky Nerd said, might be fun to do Alphonse Elric from Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I do love this pop. So what I wanted to do here was change up Corvo's face with that pop face, because Corvo's face right now is just that one shade of blue. So I kind of added like a metal mask. So I added it there, and now he looks very angry. Yuri submitted Zenzitsi Agatsuma. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but it's from Demon Slayer. And this is a pretty cool one. And since the legs right now are just kind of sticking out there, just flat, I think I want to add those legs, the crouching legs, so it's more of an action pose. But now I do have to move the knuckle shoes, so probably should have done this first, but it works. Movies and Trains Studio submitted the Deadpool and a unicorn pop. I didn't really know what to do with this one at first, because it would be pretty hard to have the character on the unicorn now that I've done this whole body. But then I came up with an idea. The horn kind of looks like the sword, and I think right now we have a little too much of Corvo. It still seems like the Corvo figure, so we can change up the sword by making it a unicorn sword. So first I just put it on the tip of the sword, but then it kind of looked like it was stabbing the unicorn, so I stretched the unicorn down to the hilt of the sword. And now it looks like a unicorn sword or a bat. Regan Talks About Movies submitted the Captain America on Chair Marvel's Collector's Core pop, and for this one, I didn't really know what to do because it was sitting, so I couldn't really do much with the body. But since this guy kind of looks like a superhero, I decided I can just add the mask, but then I didn't know how to add the mask. So I did more of like a Robin or some other superheroes things where they have the thing around their eyes. So those are all the pops I'll be adding, but now I gotta check for a few other last minute fixes. So first thing I decided to do is make the Hermione tail a lot bigger so you can actually see it, and put it behind the wings. And then move the wings out so you can actually see them. Metal Alchemist mask thing, I moved it all the way up to the mask so there's less dead space. And then edited the unicorn a little bit so it would be more flat against like this part of the sword before the tip. And then I stretched out the horn so it would be more pointy. For the next Ynay, I kind of have two questions. Just leave what you think we should name this in the comment section below, but I'll pick my favorite name for the next Ynay. Just send that in the comment section of this video. I've got a question for you. What's the ugliest pop ever? I've got an example. Tom Bruce Monster from Stranger Things. Ugh. But just send me what you think the ugliest pop is. Some like gross pops. Probably gonna be like a monster or something. Anything you want. Thanks to everybody who submitted in this Ynay, and if you want to be in the next Ynay, make sure to join the Discord, link is in the description, and then submit the ugliest pop ever.
Leave your submissions in the Discord below.